Hey guys, what is going on? It is your friendly neighborhood Everman, and welcome to Sunday Sit Down, a series where I sit down on a Sunday and I talk about a topic that means a lot to me. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about positivity and negativity and the pitfalls and successes I've had through these different mindsets. So let's begin. I know lately in this series, the last two episodes, they've been very philosophical, questioning lots of things and whatnot, and about growing as a human and just very deep stuff. It's very deep stuff. And in this episode, I'm going to continue that with the deep stuff. Some of you might like that. Some of you might think, oh my god, you think you know life and you think you know everything, but this is just anecdotal. This is personal experiences that I've had, and I just want to share them with you guys. That's really it. So positivity and negativity. Everyone's heard the term, stay positive, be positive, and they don't just say it to just put on a happy face as a mask and show other people that you're happy just so you're not affecting other people. No, when people say be positive about it, they really mean look at the positive sides to it, maybe the negatives aren't that bad, and try to change your mindset to have this positive outlook on the way things are, because our brains are very weird. They say it's not about the situation that causes happiness or sadness, it's how you react to that situation or the event or whatever. And if you just decide that you want to react happy to someone dying, well, that's up to you. Or you want to be sad about it, we all have a natural reaction to it. But if some people are very good with their brains, are able to just take something horrible, drastic, terrible, and turn it into something good, or make it so that it doesn't affect them that bad in their head. And I tell you, that's great mind control right there. That is someone who has a lot of willpower, a lot of control over their emotions. And I can't say I'm one of those people. I'm not someone who has master control over my emotions, and you can see it by my upload schedule. YouTube is my job. I get paid from YouTube, but it isn't my job, because the money that I make from YouTube is not enough to support me. Maybe it's enough for me to get food. Maybe it's enough for me to get food once every week, and that food being a McDonald's Eurosaver menu burger. So look, I don't make a lot of money off YouTube, so I don't consider it my job. So it's more of a hobby to me, and it's a hobby I can make a tiny bit of money off if I put the effort in. And if you look at my upload schedule, it's not like I have to do YouTube. It's not something that I need to do, but if you look at it, you'll see that there's lots of times where I don't upload. And let me explain those times to you. Those times are when I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling bad. We all go through these stages of happiness and sadness, depression, all that stuff. I mean, not everyone goes through depression, but some people, they go through something. It's something very sad in their life, something very, very sad. And I feel like I'm one of those people. I've definitely gone through sadness. I've gone through periods where I've just stayed in bed all the time. And, you can blame a lot of things on that. A lot of people I'm not someone who would go outside much. Even when I was in school, well, school was one of the reasons why I was very bad at one point. But school and life is the weekends I'd normally spend talking to my internet friends, because I had a lot of internet friends. And that's really where I spent my time. I didn't bother with real life friends, because I found that I had very special niche interests like wrestling and video making, that I couldn't really communicate those with other people, because not a lot of people saw wrestling as something to watch. Maybe WrestleMania, because it's kind of the yearly thing, but a lot of people in school at the time, oh, you watch wrestling, you're a child, This was still when you were you're 18, 19 or whatever. So it was very hard to find people who had the same passion about wrestling that I had, and same goes for video making. So that was something I struggled with. So when I talked to YouTube friends or whatnot, the same kind of people as me who did WWE videos, it was something I'd rather do than hang out with other people. And I found when I hung out with other people, I didn't do anything productive, and that's really my goal for everything. I want to do something productive in the day. So to get back on point, I spent a lot of time inside, and when you spend a lot of time inside, I know probably a lot of you go through this, but you feel like every day is the same, Groundhog Day. You wake up, you do the same thing every day, and even if you don't do the same thing every day, you're still getting up, going into the same spot and doing something, and it's just not good for you. It's really not good for you. And I tried a lot of things. I tried exercising, doing all that, and I still had some bad patches, and lately I've been okay. I've been through a bad spot there recently, but I really feel like things are okay now, and I'm positive. So to speak I kind of lost my train of thought there though. But speaking about school, for some people you're going through school. Now when I went through school, I finished school, thankfully graduated, everything, good stuff. But when I went through school, my last 2 years were days where I would wake up at 7 a.m. and I would get up and just get dressed and shower, whatnot, get ready, leave before 8 o'clock and walk to school for 40 minutes. And that was my time outside. And I'd get my fresh air, whatever. And if it was raining, I'd take a ride to school. And then I'd go to school and I'd be in school there for around 20 past 8:30. And then school began at 8:45, and 8:45 went, and the school would last all the way up until 3 o'clock or 3:05 or 3:45, depending on the day. And if it went to 3:45, I wouldn't leave the school until 6 because I was doing study after school. So I would not leave the school till 6, and on other days I wouldn't leave till 5:20. So I really went through a big stage thing where I was waking up, going to school, and coming home when it was dark out, and I didn't like that. And for those of you thinking, school isn't that bad. This school was like a prison. This school had you weren't allowed phones. Everyone had the same clothes. You had no breaks where you could really do anything. Oh, boys only, don't forget that, boys only school. So you get up, you go to class for 2 hours, 2-hour classes, no breaks in between. You just go straight to class and then get in, do your stuff. And then you have a 15-minute break. Then you do it again for 2 hours, and then you have a 40-minute break. And that 40-minute break was something that dragged because you were just kind of sitting there eating, and that was it. You didn't do anything else. It wasn't too positive. And especially when you finished at 6 and you go home, and then you'd have to do more work for school. It became my life, and I hated school, and I felt like I was in a prison. And I spent a lot of the day looking out the window just thinking, oh, it'd be so great to be free. I would do so much stuff. And that's where a lot of my sadness came from. Now, this is so off topic, but a lot of people I saw in the school were very positive about it. They very positive mindsets, and they were doing a lot. And there were times where I was positive. Towards the end of school, I started really getting positive in my head about everything. Because, this is ending. Why not do the study? Why not do everything? And that positive mindset helped me to go to school, helped me to adapt better, cope better. And I started being happy, even though I was in this horrible place. And, it's hard to be positive. It's hard to get motivated. Motivation and positivity are some stuff that it's very hard to get into those zones. Now, for positivity and motivation, for me, how do I get motivated? How do I get motivated to be positive? I'll watch a motivational video on YouTube. And I know you might say a motivational video on YouTube. Really, 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 really. And it's silly. I would say the same thing before, but some of these videos, they have very powerful messages. They have very powerful messages for success, for anything, and they just really take you out of your world when you listen to these things. And you're like, okay, maybe that is possible. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do whatever. But I just gotta keep working on it. And positivity, negativity, I try my best not to be negative, okay? I try to take positivities in everything that I can. Wrestling especially. I hate being negative about wrestling. I want wrestling to be something I can get happy about. Because when I watch wrestling live, I'm so happy. I'm always so happy watching wrestling. It's one of those things that can make me happy and take me out of my everyday life. And I don't want to be negative about it. Same with anything. I look at something like Donald Trump. People are giving out about Donald Trump. They don't like Donald Trump. Well, I have to say, you know what? Donald Trump is being Donald Trump. If he gets elected, then that's what the people think is right. I don't think he'll cause World War III. I don't think he'll do anything silly. I honestly find Donald Trump to be one of the smartest people there is. Maybe not in terms of presidential candidacy, but he is one of the smartest people ever. He advertises, I know this is getting into politics, but this is just for a point of positivity and all that. I watched a documentary on him, and his pastor was the writer of The Power of Positivity, I believe. Something to do with the positivity. And every day he was saying, when you go to church, you wouldn't want to leave church because he'd have such a great message. So Donald Trump was one of those people who've had that idea that anything is possible, I can do anything. And he talks about the small loan of $1 million his dad gave him, but he's not talking about it, oh, that's small in relation to everyone else. It's like, that's small in relation to what he built. 850 million at one point. Now he's worth 4 billion. He started at 1 million and went up to 4 billion. I don't think a lot of people could do that. I don't think if I had $1 million, I think A lot of people who'd have 1 million say, you know what, this is the best it's gonna get. I'm gonna go buy myself a nice house, a nice car, and then live quietly. You know, that's what people would be like. But this guy's like, nope, I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna have Trump Tower, I'm gonna have Trump Plaza, I'm gonna have Trump Castle, all those places. And he's just now he's going for the president, and he's even said he wanted to be president. And this guy, should watch some of the videos, he's a master salesman. Now this doesn't mean I'm a Trump supporter, because honestly I'd try to stay out of the presidential election as much as I can. I see Bernie Sanders as a great candidate. I mean, he's promising a lot of stuff that I think is good, and he's very, very, very passive. He's not very aggressive, but it's a double standard thing here. But I try to be positive about the two of them. Okay, I try to be positive about, those are my two guys that I look at and say, okay, I'll try to be positive about these two candidates. And you know, I'm not going to be voting. I'm not American, so I won't be voting. But it's something that is very opinionated, very talked about thing in the world right now. But you know, this is so off topic right now with Donald Trump. But Donald Trump is someone who believes in the power of positivity. He's somebody who has done something because he's believed that he could do something, and that's how we should all be. We should all look at something, you know, whether it's this mountain that is YouTube. Maybe you want to get 100,000 subs, maybe you want to get 12 subs. You know, look at it and think of it as something, you know what, I can do that. Because if you be positive and you put the work in, you learn something new every day, try to boost yourself up, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get there. It takes a lot of time. And for me, my trick, my YouTube thing is this is my plan to grow, will be to make my videos every day, but to learn something new every day. That's it for this video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like rating and tell me how bad my rant was down below about that was the most jumbled mumbled thing I've ever heard, that I've ever spoken, to be honest with you. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like rating, and until next time, I've been your friendly neighborhood Zebberman. Peace. What's going on? It is your friendly neighborhood Zebberman, and welcome to a brand new series called Sunday Sit Down. In this series, I'm going to be just sitting down on a Sunday talking about various opinions and topics. And in this week's video, we're going to be talking about YouTube and what YouTube means to me. He's made us tap out twice. We have a bad head injury, so you know, we're trying to be careful with Ken Shamrock, because Ken Shamrock is a vicious MMA fighter, and he's made us tap out twice. And Rusev, we had a confrontation with Rusev, but